Hello.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Collie.
Welcome to our channel.
So we were driving along and seeing the blue signs here for the Taylor County Freedom Rock. Thought, don't know what it is, so I made the executive decision. We're going to go check it out. And we're here in the small little town of Blockton. And it's a small little town, but it's quaint. So let's go check out this rock. Okay, so Bunny, tell me again how tall you are.
5'6" or 5'7", depending on who's measuring me.
So this rock is just a little bit taller than her shoulder. This is how big this rock is that we come to see. And walking around the rock, we've seen that this block was built, or was, painted by Ray Bubba Sorensen. So let's take a look at this rock that he has painted. I'm telling you, this thing is amazing. The artwork that he has put into this, it is just unreal. This here is in honor of our military and their families, and this here is Zachary Taylor, for the founder of Taylor County. But the details that he has put into this artwork is just phenomenal. Here he's showing every one of the branches of our military. Ray Bubba Sorensen has done a lot of different rocks in Iowa. So he is a native of Iowa, so there are a lot of these rocks around. So if you're in the area or in Iowa, try to find as many of them as you can. I'll see if I can find some more, but I'm not going to guarantee it. So Bunny and I have been doing some investigating on these rocks, the Freedom Rocks. And he has a Facebook page for the Freedom Rocks. And he's got a bunch of them here in Iowa. And we found another one that's not terribly far away. So we might go see that. Plus, we did find that there is a map of all the rocks that we can see. So maybe, just maybe, on this journey we might find some more of them, because I'm telling you, they are phenomenal. We made it here to Diagonal, Iowa, and we found another Freedom Rock. So let's get out and go check this out. On the map we did find that there are 99 of these rocks spread out through Iowa. Not every county has one. I would say this rock is a good maybe 7 feet tall. We're in Ringgold County. The details that he puts into these are amazing. Oh. Ray Bubba Sorensen II began painting these rocks in 2013. This particular rock was the fourth one painted in 2013, but he repainted it in 2024. This here display shows what each side of the rock is about. The side with the train, the front side, is a stop in diagonal bringing home the fallen soldiers of World War II. And the back side is a cross section of the Vietnam Memorial War. If you are here and want to scan the QR code, it gives a list of the veterans from the wars of 1812 to the present. All the names on here are from people who have served that are in this area. So this rock is about remembering of the POWs. Again, the details on all of these rocks are just absolutely amazing. This rock is showing for the POW and the MIAs. As you can see here, freedom isn't free. Somebody has paid the price so that we, the American people, can be free. Each one of these rocks is depicting something different about the wars and the people that have been lost, the people who have served, how they have served, need be if it's Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard. They all have a purpose. This rock, the POWMIA rock, is in Creston, Iowa. Here is the visitor center here in Creston, which used to be an old Phillips 66 music or gas station. This is interesting. Frank Phillips of Phillips 66 married his wife here in Creston on February 18th, 1887. Frank Phillips married his wife here in Creston and heard that there was a new oil down in near Bartlesville, Oklahoma, which is the home of the Frank Phillips 66. That new oil that he found, that he heard about and found, was back in 1901, and that's when he moved to Bartlesville, Oklahoma, which was Indian Territory at that time, which to this day is actually still part of Indian Territory. So it's amazing. It's interesting how things can go from how all things are interconnected at some point. So we've made it to the original rock. This is the original rock that Ray Bubba Sorensen has started painting. He started painting this particular rock back in 1999 after watching Saving Private Ryan. And he wanted to do a tribute to the armed forces. And every year he repaints this rock with a different scene. In this building here that you see behind me has a picture of every rock that he has done since 1999. And every May he takes and repaints it, makes sure it is done by Memorial Day. He has a goal to start to put a rock in every state, all 50 states here in America. He does not get paid to do these rocks or to do this particular rock. He does this strictly for his own, on his own time. You can make a donation here in the building if you would like to. You guys, I can't even explain to you how this rock is. They are so amazing. The details in this thing. The tribute. There's tributes. Oh. These two are from this area, so he's paying tribute to them. The way this is painted, it looks like it is an actual flag laying on this rock. But he's got such great detail in this whole thing. And here's the memorial for Buck Miller. This here is a picture of the original rock that he did back in 1999. This here is a picture of him back in 2000 repainting the rock. Back in 2006, when he was here repainting this rock, a group of veterans rolled up on their motorcycles and asked him if they could spread their friend's ashes that was in Vietnam. And instead of spreading the ashes, he told them to put it in the paint. And that way, he would remain there permanently. And so as of now, there is 125 soldiers on this rock. He has them in the green paint mostly, but people send him or hand him the remains of their beloved or their friends. There's a donation box here that you can leave a donation for them. And there's also a guest registry to sign. There are rocks in Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Nebraska, of course Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, Montana, or Minnesota, North Dakota, and even in Washington. And there's soon to be one in Ohio. And he's wanting to do one for every state as soon as he can. This is a pretty cool thing. We are back at Winterset, Iowa. We are next to the John Wayne Museum. And so therefore, this is the Freedom Rock. And you will see that a lot of it has John Wayne on it because we are at the John Wayne Museum. Says here, my hope and prayer is that everyone know and love our country for what she really is and what she stands for. Now, if you would like to, go over to Bunny's channel and check out hers. She'll give you a lot more information than what I do. I'll try and leave the link below, but it's Bunny Plays Here. We have made our plan. We're going to go and try and find 2 more of the Freedom Rocks this morning. We have made it to our next Freedom Rock. And as usual, it's pretty cool. This one I do believe is one of his paid subscription or rocks. Sorry, just seen a ground squirrel climbing on the concrete over here. So I got a little bit of squirrel action going on. The detail he puts in these are amazing. This Junior Edwards, he apparently got the Medal of Valor. That's pretty cool. Look at this guy. Look at this. He was a sergeant first class, by the way. This one obviously has been painted a while back and needs a little touch up, but it still is pretty cool. How can you not like this? This side's representing the USS Iowa, which makes sense since we're in Iowa. This is his signature for all of his artwork. As you can see, these rocks are quite large. I'm 5'5", 5'4", 5'5", somewhere in the middle there. As you can see, the rock is about as tall as I am. And if I was to lay down here, I would definitely span and have plenty of room across it. So this tells you how big these rocks really are. They're not just small paintings, but he takes a lot of time and effort into these, and they are just so wonderful. Nice memorial for the veterans, and he does not care what branch they're from. In all of these, there's usually a placard or benches or something that is indicating all the different branches. We have the Marines, the Air Force, the Army, the Coast Guard, and over here we have the Navy.
Oh, Collie's getting in. Go, Collie. It's your birthday. You got this. Oh, yeah. Maybe our song of the day could involve, like, climbing or something. The Climb by Miley Cyrus. Let's do that one.
Sounds good to me. It's Bunny's turn.
Ooh. Oh, this is weird feeling.
Yeah, it is weird. Now you see why I was saying if I'd had my tennis shoes on, I'd have been better off.
Definitely. Woo. We did it!
Yay! We're here at Young Park in Knoxville, Iowa, and we're walking up to the next Freedom Rock. This here is how they will arrange a soldier's boots, rifle, and helmet if they were lost on the battlefield, and their comrades would gather around to pay remembrance to their comrade. This side of the rock is representing the William M. Stone Governor and Brick Capital, the 22nd Iowa Infantry, the friend of Lincoln. This one truly thanks the veterans that served to fight for our freedom. This is Dixie C. Gebhardt, Marion County native, designer of the Iowa flag. On this side of the rock, it has the remains of Clifford DeMoss, who was a Vietnam veteran who passed away in 2010. So his remains are permanently painted into this rock, and he will remain here forever. Each one of these rocks are quite unique in their own way. They depict different things from the wars and something about the county that they're in. We have made it to another Freedom Rock. We're here in Sully, Iowa. So on May 28th of 2013, after learning about the Freedom Rock Tour, on May 27th, the city of Sully submitted an application and put a down payment to have a Jasper County Freedom Rock. In December of 2013, from a pasture, they found this rock and moved it to the park where it sits today. In June of 2014, they washed and prepped the site for the rock, and on June 20th of 2014, Ray Bubba Sorensen, at the age of 34, began painting the rock at 6 a.m. On June 26, 2014, after working all kinds of weather, Sorensen applied the last paint stroke of the rock at 7:30 p.m., finishing the 17th of 99 rocks that he has painted in his Freedom Tour. And here is a picture of him putting in the last paint strokes. Here is the Freedom Rock in Sully, and this is Sergeant William Jasper rallying the troops at Fort Sullivan, South Carolina. When we assumed the soldier, we did not lay aside the citizen. George Washington. Because we have to have the farmer as well as the soldiers. We're finding different things out about each one of these rocks, and we did not know that he hides words inside of each flag. He has his wife and daughter and son's name hidden in these rocks. They're hidden throughout. So we need to try and figure out and continue looking to see if we can find all these different things. So after finding out about that, I looked and there is one of the names right there. So we found this Freedom Rock, and it was a pretty cool rock. It gave us a lot of information, a lot more than we found at some of the others. It was a nice stop. This one is the Dubuque County Freedom Rock. We are here at the Dubuque County Freedom Rock. Freedom is never free, in honor of the men and women who have served our country in the armed forces. The Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, the Coast Guard, and the National Guard. These rocks are quite large. As you can see, you could not see our vans behind it. Each one of these rocks have special meaning to each county, and it shows the life that some of these people have served. So when you are watching these or looking at these rocks, take into consideration what these people have given up for us as a whole, with their duty of being in the armed forces. So we're probably going to call this one of our last rocks. And just know that there are 99 different rocks here in Iowa alone. So if you ever get a chance, come out and see as many of them as you can. We have left a lot of them for everybody else to find. So if you get a chance, do that. Okay guys, I was on my way to my next adventure and I found something that's quite nice, and this is going to go along with Bunny and I's Freedom Rocks. But I'm here in Albert Lea, Minnesota, and I found their Freedom Rock. And here's his signature. This is the 7th Minnesota Freedom Rock Ray Bubba Sorensen II has done. So unfortunately, there is no plaque or anything on this rock, so I cannot give you any more information right now. I'm going to try and look it up later when I can, and so I can't give you any information about Goodfellow here or anything else. So it's just nice, it's neat to look at them, even though there's no information right now. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and comment so we can keep the channel growing. Thanks for watching.